Hello and welcome to the channel. In this video, we will be covering Grade 8, Chapter 4, Travel and Tourism, Part 2. Today, we will go through the solved book exercises from pages 62 to 66 of your textbook. These solutions will help you better understand the chapter and prepare for your exams with confidence. Make sure to have your book ready so you can follow along and take notes. Let's begin our journey through the world of travel and tourism.
Travel and tourism. The history of traveling is as old as humans have been on the earth. This urge to travel has led to the discovery of new continents and hidden places on the earth. People travel for many different reasons. It can be a journeys to and from school or work every day, visit friends and family, take day trips shopping, go out for evening entertainment such as visiting a park, go away on business trips or just see the beautiful sights of the world. Many people go on vacation because they want a break from their everyday lives, or to experience a warmer climate. Others enjoy learning about different cultures, tasting new cuisines, and observing different lifestyles. When people travel for pleasure, they are called tourists. Tourism has many forms. It can be domestic or international. It can be cultural tourism where people travel for sightseeing or visit historical places and lifestyles of different countries. Tourism can be educational, which is also known as edutourism. It is to travel for the purpose of formal or informal education and lifelong learning in unique natural, historical and multicultural environment. Adventure tourism is another popular form of tourism. At times, people like to take risk, to do some extreme activities. It involves hiking, camping in jungles or on mountains, rafting in the river and sailing, etc. Millions of people travel to their religious place every year for pilgrimage or just to visit holy place like Muslims visit Mecca and Medina. This is called religious tourism. The most common form of tourism is recreational, where people just go out to have fun and relax, maybe at a park or seaside. Quite recently, ecotourism is on the rise in the tourist industry. A number of organizations and many countries are promoting this type of tourism. They want to be sure that their travels do not affect the environment or other people in a negative way. Some tourists, for example, choose not to travel by plane. Airplanes use a great deal of fuel and release a high level of carbon dioxide, which can harm the environment. Other travelers do not buy souvenirs made from endangered animals and plants. They also do not take part in activities that may damage the natural environment. Some vacations are especially designed for ecotourists. They give people a chance to take part in conservation projects. It is easier now than ever before for people to travel for pleasure. Companies involved in tourism have made it easy for people to book their holidays by creating package vacations. These companies are known as travel agencies. They generally take a number of people in a group, making the whole travel experience hassle-free and more enjoyable.
Now, let's look at the first activity from your textbook. In this exercise, you have to match the type of tourism with its correct definition. Then, you will also need to write one example for each type, and match it with the correct example. One has already been done for you to help you understand how to complete the rest. Let's go through each one together, step by step. 1. Ecotourism. This means taking responsible trips to protect natural environments. For example, exploring the Margalla Hills to raise conservation awareness. 2. International tourism. This involves visiting other countries to see famous spots. An example is visiting the Eiffel Tower in France. 3. Cultural tourism. This type focuses on exploring the beauty heritage of your country, for instance touring Mohenjo-Daro and Taxila. For religious tourism, this means visiting holy places, for example, a pilgrimage to Data Darbar. 5. Recreational tourism. This is when people travel just to relax. A good example is a vacation at Gwadar Beach. 6. Domestic tourism. This involves traveling within your own country, for example visiting Lahore Fort and Shalimar Gardens. 7. Edutourism. This is traveling to gain educational experiences, like attending a history workshop in Taxila. 8. Adventure tourism. This includes exploring risky areas or doing extreme activities, for instance trekking in the Karakoram mountain. Let's move on to the next exercise. Read each statement carefully and choose the correct option by encircling it. We'll also go over the correct answers together. 1. A passport is, and the correct answer is C. A booklet issued by the government. 2. Tourism is, and the correct answer, B. Traveling to places where you do not live. E. Religious tourism is about, and the correct answer, B. Visiting a holy place. Make sure to check your answers, and correct them if needed. Let's continue to the next activity. So here are the remaining statements with answers for. Some tourists do not travel by airplane because, and the correct answer is C. Airplanes use a great deal of fuel, which is harmful for the environment. 5. A travel agency is, and the correct answer is C. A company that arranges for your travel. I hope it helps. So that's all about this exercise. Let's move ahead for next activity given on the same page. Now let's move on to the question and answer section. We'll read each question and then go through the correct answer. Question 1. Why do people travel? People travel for many reasons. They may commute to work or school, visit friends and family, go shopping, or enjoy leisure activities like parks and entertainment. Some people travel for business, while others for pleasure or relaxation. Many also travel to experience warmer climates, or to learn about different cultures, foods, and lifestyles. Question 2. Tourism has many forms. Describe the two main types. The two main types of tourism are domestic tourism, which means traveling within your own country, and international tourism, which is traveling to a different country outside your own. Take your time to note down these answers in your notebook, and make sure you understand the key points. Let's continue with the next set of questions. Question 3. How can tourism boost a country's economy? Tourism helps a country's economy by creating jobs and bringing in money from tourists. When tourists visit, they spend money on hotels, food, transportation, shopping, and sightseeing. This spending supports local businesses and travel companies earn income. As a result, the entire country benefits financially from tourism. Question 4. What is meant by ecotourism? Why do many countries promote it? Ecotourism means traveling in a way that protects nature and does not harm the environment. Many countries promote ecotourism because it helps save animals, plants, and natural places. It also teaches people to care for the environment. Some tourists avoid flying or buying items made from endangered animals in order to reduce harm to nature. Make sure to write down these answers and understand the key ideas behind them. Now let's look at the next question. Question 5. Edutourism is specifically for educational purposes. Name some activities involved. Answer. Edutourism means traveling to learn something new. Some common activities in edutourism include visiting museums or historical places, going on study trips, attending workshops or training programs, and learning in a new environment outside the classroom. These experiences help students gain knowledge in fun and practical ways. Now let's look at the final question. Question 6. How are countries improving their infrastructure to promote tourism? Countries around the world are working hard to improve their infrastructure in order to attract more tourists. They are building better roads, airports, hotels, and transport systems to make travel easier, safer, and more comfortable. Travel agents also play a role by offering package deals and group tours, making travel more convenient for visitors. These improvements encourage more people to travel and help boost the country's tourism industry. For example, in Pakistan, the government has improved roads in beautiful northern areas like Hunza, Swat, and Murree. They've also built new hotels and upgraded airports, such as Skardu Airport, to make it easier for tourists to visit these stunning places. All of these efforts help make tourism safer, more enjoyable, and more accessible for everyone. That brings us to the end of this exercise for this part of the chapter. Now let's move on to the next exercise, from pages 65 to 66. In this activity, you need to pick the correct phrasal verbs from the box, and use them to complete the passage. A phrasal verb is a verb combined with a preposition or an adverb, and it usually has a special meaning. Read the passage carefully and choose the most suitable phrasal verb for blank. Let's go through it together step by step in the next slide. Let's now look at the correct answers for the phrasal verb passage. Listen carefully and check your work as we go through the passage. The day I left for Malaysia, my family saw off me. We had breakfast at the airport, but we had to hurry up so that I wouldn't miss my flight. It was a teary goodbye, but I was looking forward to new experiences in Malaysia. After I got on the plane, I made myself comfortable and sent a few last-minute goodbye text messages. I thought of how much I wanted this holiday, and that I just needed to get away from it all. A short while later, the pilot announced that all electronics were to be switched off, for we were preparing to take off. As the plane was speeding up on the runway, I sat back and took pleasure in the brute force and strength of the momentum the plane creating to lift itself up from the ground. We will continue from the next page. Let's begin. When our plane got in at KL International Airport, there was already a taxi waiting to pick up me. The taxi dropped off me at the hotel where I would meet up with my friends. After I checked into the hotel, we all went to view the Twin Towers along with the shopping mall, where we looked around for the rest of the day. The next day we got up in the early hours of the morning, did some sightseeing. That night, we were exhausted and went to bed early. The next morning, we checked out after breakfast, rented a car, and set out on a cross-country road trip. It would be another 3 months before I would get back home. Make sure all your answers match. If not, pause and correct them now. Let's move on to the final slide to wrap things. Let's now move on to the writing activity on page 67. Take a look at the picture of the famous holiday destination in Pakistan shown on the page. Now, imagine you are part of the marketing team of a travel company. Your task is to design a holiday package for families who want to visit this destination. You will write an informational brochure that includes important details to attract families. Take your time, plan your points, and then write your brochure in a neat and organized way. Let's get started. Here, I've made a sample brochure for you called Trip to Murray, a Fun Family Holiday. This brochure will help you understand how to design your own holiday package. Watch the video carefully, read each section, and then try to write something similar by yourself. Let me explain it briefly. At the top, we have the title and the location, Murray, a beautiful day destination in Pakistan. Then, we describe the accommodation. Next, the trip options: a 3-day, 5-day, or 7-day trip. After that, we list fun activities like chairlift rides, horse riding, shopping. Then we explain the cost, including hotel, food, transport, and fun. There are also dates. In the end, we say why families should go. It's safe, fun, and full of happy memories, with welcome gifts and helpful guides. Finally, there's a contact number and website so people can book their trip. Now that you've seen this example, try making your own brochure for a place you like. Use simple and attractive language, just like this. I hope you found this video helpful and easy to understand. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like the video, share it with your classmates, subscribe to my channel for more educational content. See you in the next lesson.